Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cold yet beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are excited for this lovely, lovely gift of a day that you have been given. If you're watching this, if you got a phone, if you're in your car, or if you're in your home, you are more blessed than 90% of the free world. Don't forget it. You are blessed beyond measure. Blessed beyond measure. It just depends on what you're looking at. In terms of gifts and talents, you, my friend, are extremely unique and extremely special. There is no one quite like you who has ever lived on this earth and breathed the air of this planet, nor will there ever be one exactly like you. You are unique, you are special, you are endowed by your Creator with the seeds of greatness. Greatness is in you. Hear what I'm about to say that I heard in love. God is committed to always fulfill all of His promises. However, He is not obligated to fulfill your potential. He will always fulfill all of His promises, and yet He is not obligated to fulfill your potential. You have a part in it. So let this mini message be, do your best not to blend in and be like everybody else and just keep the status quo and just toe the line. Don't make any waves. Don't worry about, oh my goodness, if people see me, they're going to think I'm doing this. They're going to think I'm doing that. I don't want people to think I'm too smart or too rich or too happy or too joyful or too, I don't want anybody, so I better stay below. No. When you blend in, you rob the planet, yourself, and your family of the unique expression that God intended you to be in this earth, which sets you apart from anybody else. When you show up as your authentic self, with all of your flaws and beauty, there is no competition in your life because you are unique and uniquely created. When it comes to gifts and talents, you are unique and special. When it comes to pain and suffering, well, my dear friend, you are not that special, nor are you that unique. Pain and suffering chases down every soul in this life through one season or another. I like what a preacher said one time. He said this: there are some pains, some issues, some struggles that God will not completely heal or deliver us from 100%. He will take us 80% and leave the remaining 20% and then surround us with good friends who will walk and love us through the issues around the 20%. This is a phenomenal thing, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about it, because we were created and designed to thrive in relationship. We were created and designed to thrive in relationship, not independently. We tend to find that the richest souls and the most fulfilled men and women on the planet are those who have come to peace with their strengths and their flaws and the relationships they have with other people being who they are authentically. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're fortunate enough to have a relationship where you are loved and accepted just as you are, no matter what you say or do. Now, it doesn't mean their buddies won't correct you. Doesn't mean they won't slap you around. Doesn't mean they won't call you out on your BS. What it does mean is that you know they are there for you and will always have your back. There is richness in that type of relationship. In terms of gifts and talents, you are unique and special. In terms of pain and suffering, you are not. And the biggest lie that is sown into the heart and the mind of a man or a woman going through a very hard time is this: you are alone in it. It's a lie. You are not alone in your pain and suffering. As I spoke the other day, there are seasons of our life, and one of the greatest thieves to our joy is a comparison where we judge others who are in a spring or summer season when we are in our fall or winter season, and then we begin to feel less than. Because everybody is in a season of their own, comparison will always be a thief of joy for you, designed to rob you of the pleasure of enjoying the season that you are in. So, well, Brother Steve, then what do you have for us today? That's great information, but can you be practical about it? I'm so glad you asked. I can be practical about it. What is my point today? If you know of someone in a winter or fall season in their life, as their friend, it is your responsibility, privilege, to come alongside them and lift them up when they are down. And to be intentional about it. Even if they front like, I got this, it's all good. There is still a child inside each one of us that is begging for someone else to understand what we are experiencing and to be available to us as someone who will demonstrate care and concern. You see, we were designed to thrive in relationship. Gifts and talents, you're unique, you're special, there's no one like you. Pain and suffering, you're not unique, you're not special. Everybody's going through an issue of their own. And as a wise man said one time, for all of those in this place today, if you were to write down your problems and your issues and your challenges, and everybody was to go put them in a pile, and then say, I wish I had his issues, I wish I had her issues, she's so beautiful, I can handle whatever she's going through because she's beautiful. I would trade problems with him any day. He's got a lot of money. Oh man, she's incredible. She has a lot of influence. Oh, this guy seems to have it all. I would change problems with him every day. If you had the opportunity to switch the problems with, by 3x5 cards, an individual that you thought had everything you wanted or needed to be happy, you would go running back to them and throw the problems right back at them. Trust me on this. Each man and woman is going through their own challenges at any given time. I wrapped this up today with something a pastor named Rick Warren, who wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life, spoke about when he was challenged by a reporter after selling multi-millions of copies, becoming a multi-millionaire, giving back all the money that the church had ever paid him by his salary, and then his beautiful wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And he was asked, how does it feel? How do you handle it, knowing that you have all the money in the world, you can write a check for anything, but your wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer? And you know what he said? He said, I believe life is a lot like looking at a set of train tracks. On one side of the track, you have things that if you were to focus on them, they would literally take you out. Everybody has something on one side of the track that if that became your focus and your conversation and part of your identity in communicating and just looking at those negatives, it could take you out into a deep depression. And at the same time, there's another side of the track. And this side of the track is full of the things that we take for granted. A home, a roof over our head, a vehicle, a job, a relationship, an innocent child, a parent, having clothes, having a phone, having a TV, having hot water, things we take for granted that if we were to focus on them would bring us great gratitude and joy. And he said, I have discovered this gift, that I have the ability to choose which track I'm going to focus on. I just choose to focus on the track that cultivates gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, at any given time in your life, you're going to have things that if you focused on them in your life could take you out, and you're going to have things that if you focused on them could cause you to rise higher than you are now. If you are in a spring or summer season, stretch your hand out to your brother or sister who's in a fall or winter season. Be for them what you would want someone to be for you if you were down and out. Are you down today? Reach out to a friend. It's not weakness to ask for help. It's foolishness. It's wisdom to say, hey, can we have dinner tonight? Hey, can we have lunch today? Hey, any chance we could spend a little bit of time together? Just not in a place that I'd like to be, feeling down, and I'm hoping we can spend a little time together. Give your friend the opportunity to receive the blessing of giving to you. The blessing of giving to you. The blessing that they will receive, because indeed it is more blessed to give than to receive. When you refuse to seek help from your friends, you rob them of the blessing that they would get from loving on and blessing you. Why would you rob your friends from a blessing? They're your friends. Don't you love them? If you love your friends, don't rob them of the blessing and the opportunity to make a difference in your life, because God knows you'd make a difference for them. Wouldn't you? Have a great day, guys.